You are listening to an All Games Radio Network broadcast of allgames.com.
Hi, this is Normie from Knuckleballer Radio and Zombie Cast, and you're listening to one of my favorite shows on the Geeky Antics Network. Don't forget to check out the rest of the gang over at geekyantics.net. Warning, there might be rants and food ahead and possibly inappropriate behavior. Don't tell anybody though.
And welcome back, geeks, gamers, ninjas, robots, nerds, geeks, whoever else. I said geeks twice because I mean it. It's HorsePLAY Live. Today is Thursday, May 5th. It's already May, guys. 2016, episode 125. A salty Cinco de Mayo.
Art here.
For Yogi.
There he is.
Yeah, I was doing the intro of the show, and you guys didn't hear anything, did you?
Yeah, so that messed up my recording. Thanks, Obi.
Dude, I'm sorry. Welcome, geeks, gamers, ninjas, robots, and whoever else listens to this fucking show. It's HorsePLAY Live. Today is Thursday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, 2016. This episode 125, a salty Cinco de Mayo. Oh, okay. But before we get into all this good jizzy jazzy, I just said jizzy, that's funny. Before we get into all that, everybody's favorite filthy hardcore casual, Yogi Zell. What's up, dude?
What's up? Welcome to Tuna Radio and happy Cinco de Mayo, the day that commemorates the most tragic sinking of a mayonnaise-carrying ship back in 1893, I believe. At least according to our Canadian friend Chogol.
Okay.
Bring you some knowledge. The true origin of Cinco de Mayo.
Spread the word. We spread the word.
Titanic. So we got someone else with us here, Obi.
Yeah, I was going to let you go for it because, like, you were... Yeah, I'm trying to fix chat, dude.
Oh, okay. Jesus, this is an awkward start all around.
It is, because usually you're ready to talk, and I've been talking for the last 5.5 hours, so I'm good for a minute. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Well,
right.
We got an old friend here, and a part-time listener. Well, he's more of a viewer. I don't think Paul's figured out the podcast thing yet. It's tricky. You have to download an app and then use the search bar. It's a tough thing. There's a lot of friction with that process, and I get it.
You're such an asshole.
It's a lot of work. But they can see. They can see you in the house.
My God, you're a
fucking
dick.
Condescending.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Why are you so mean today?
I know Paul. We were just reminiscing on the pre-show that I know him since 10, but we weren't really friends back then because he was a real troll. I mean, not much has changed, but
not much has changed.
I'm fucking an awesome guy, and I appreciate you taking the time to taking me into geeky antics and this fucking talk, and we'll fucking talk about the Cinco de Mayo's landings and the times that we've had together. I really enjoyed it. Obi-Wan, I'm looking forward to setting things straight with you and making things happen. And we'll gather things up and settle things up. What do you guys think about that?
I know it's an election year, but
I'm nervous.
I know
I
it's
just-
an election year, but
I
that's
just
not
wanna-
like a freaking pitch, like a platform right there.
I just want to point. I'm nervous.
My eyebrows are shaking when I said things like this.
And that's kind of what makes me nervous to a
Why?
point. Just because, like, you're the stalker I've never had. You know?
It's okay. I want to rub your beard right now. And I made a picture for you. I hope you guys use it in your front page or do something like that. That'd be nice.
I should add it to the slideshow.
Add it to something because that'll fucking get you donations.
I'll add it to the HorsePLAY slideshow folder, so it'll be part of the simulcast. Get your donations. No, you need TNA for that. We've established this as well.
TNA, you do need tits to get donations.
It's like I'm dying of cancer. Oh, that's sad. He's $1. Like, hey, look at this new tank top I got. $100. Oh, it's so cold in here. Oh, my nipples seem to be getting perky. Oops. Welcome to the new world.
Did I ever tell you guys a story of when a guy shit next to me while I was fixing an Ethernet port?
I'm hoping the Ethernet port was in a bathroom.
No, it was in a crazy house. It was in a healthcare mental facility.
Were you the patient or the actual engineer?
I was the engineer. I was fixing the Ethernet port, and he introduced himself very nicely. And he fucking... It wasn't just like a shit. It was a fart diarrhea. Like explosive. And it got in my arm and shit. A nurse was supposed to protect me. And that didn't happen. They didn't fucking protect me. And I was gone for the day. I got post-traumatic stress disorder now from that shit. That was insane.
Well, better to get it in your arm than your mouth. Like, if it was explosive diarrhea at your face.
Why would you say mouth, though?
I'm just saying, though, like, imagine if it was just, like, aimed at your face. That'd be tragic. So we're able to laugh about it now. That's the benefit.
Yeah, I'm still not laughing about it. I just thought I'd share because we were sharing stories.
Well, since we're sharing
story.
stories, I just want to talk about something in a minute, if you don't mind.
The chat already knows.
It sounded like that, too.
Why don't you come on over
chat.
to my house? I'll give you a popsicle.
The chat and our listeners on all the podcast feeds and on YouTube and everything. You now know what the tone has been set.
That
be a lot of
fucking shit
banter.
was steaming, dude.
All right,
It was steaming off my arm.
I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys. No chat today. It's not letting me. It's not showing you the actual words. It's just a black screen. So sorry. I'll try to get it working, but
That's all right,
Anyway.
because the audio listeners can't see that anyway.
talking about for the people that are here.
I know. Can't dwell on it, though. It happened. It's broken. Things happen. At least you didn't get shit on. That's the most important thing.
I know, right?
Hey, okay, you got me there. At least I didn't get shit on.
You have to look at the upside.
Like Descartes did. That was the first time I ever met him. I called him Descartes.
Fuck.
I was like, Descartes dick. And he's like, you call me a dick?
You
Clearly,
bitch.
when Obi, I have trouble retaining details from stuff, but like Deckard Cain is like an iconic character.
Yeah.
You've played the
Yeah.
Diablo series, like that's like not knowing who Mario is. Like Super Mario, like what's that about? Like really? I don't know.
This is very frustrating, dude.
So Obi's gonna wrestle with that all night.
I
It's
am.
gonna be like an hour later. Okay, guys, I fixed the chat. Anyway, moving on. We do have stuff to discuss.
Oh, you're a dick.
We do have stuff to do. Well, I'm just saying, because, if we devote like 5-10 minutes to video-related stuff, then the people listening on, that's time we wasted for people that only have the audio to go on.
Right.
I think about everyone.
And I understand that, Yogi, but the audio listeners would have never known that I'm doing this if you don't shut your mouth. Like,
well, you don't want to keep
they would
bringing it
never.
up.
I am not. I haven't said. I said at one time, sorry guys, there's no chat tonight. I can't get to work. Blah blah blah. And then you kept going like, oh, you're gonna think about this all night tonight, aren't you?
Annoying. You just brought it up again. You said, oh, this is really annoying. And
whatever.
Talking about that thing, yes.
Whatever. You're full of it.
Mm-hmm.
See, Descartes.
BFT, do you listen to the audio feed after it's all cleaned up and truncated? I cut out about 30 minutes worth of banter and like white noise at times.
Sorry, wife was calling me.
Oh my god. Yes, but this is why it's horseplay. This is all about the shenanigans, man. But so it's been a busy month so far. That busy few weeks. Because we had International Tabletop Day, Free Comic Book Day, then we had yesterday, May the 4th. There's so much geekdom. So many geeky things going on. Too many geeky events back to back. Like, I can't appreciate it. You can't really enjoy it if they happen so consecutively.
Right.
I don't know. I like to space it out a little bit so I can enjoy and look forward to it a little bit. Like, what's next? Tomorrow's International Talk like a Pirate Day probably is. That is a thing too.
Probably, yeah.
Is it?
It is a thing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it might.
Fuck.
It might be.
You know, I was surprised there was assistant fucking day. Like, Administrator assistant day. I had to give a flower to somebody.
Well, I tell you what, being an administrative assistant, there's a lot of money in that. If you don't mind, being a glorified errand person,
It's fucking hard work.
It is. I mean, basically, you're the person behind the big person usually, the big wig, because like a lot of administrative assistants like type up the letters for the executives and set up all their appointments and reservations, do corporate purchasing, vendor relations. Like, there's a wide scope of things they do. I've known a lot of CTOs. Now that's an executive level position. But this tells you how much IT is a shitstorm. That also are double up as an admin assistant, picking up coffee and lunch for all the other big wigs.
Hell, nowadays there's no real IT in America. I don't know. I'm in corporate America. I'm in IT, but it's not really IT to me. It's more management of other people who don't live in this country. And I'm not saying that because I'm a supporter of Trump. I'm saying that because that's where we're going in terms of IT is offshore. And I'm not racist or anything. That's just saving money.
Oh, I know. And the thing is, the companies that do that the most are the ones that don't really need to save the money. I understand when small businesses go overseas and outsource overseas. But like these companies that have the money to create jobs here in the States don't do it. Right. And there's other places they cut the money, like the executive payroll. Like the golden parachutes that executives get just for leaving your job are ridiculous. They're equivalent to like the salaries of like 3 to 5 people easily.
Yeah.
Now most of my job is more management of the offshore people than actual IT. I think I'm losing knowledge in terms of that, but. It's a sad state of affairs in IT.
Yeah.
I
miss it sometimes. I still have recruiters that try to bring me back in full time, and I still do IT gigs here and there because the money's good. Like sometimes it's hard not to go on a contract job. It's like, all right, that's really good money, but like to do it full time, I tip my hat to people that still do it. It's just, I think the best time to join IT right now is if you're young and you're starting out in the beginning, because then you already know what you're getting into. But if you're like a veteran like you and I, it's like what it's become compared to what it was, during the .com boom in the 90s and all that stuff. It's like, it's a different landscape, man. But let's go back to video games. Happier topics. We were talking about 10.
We're talking about fucking Grim Dawn.
No, we're talking about 10. Let's talk about 10.
10.
Grim Dawn is dope too,
Tencent.
though. We'll talk about games we're playing in a little. We'll have a segment for that. But do you remember an online service called INN?
No.
This is like a precursor to like Pogo and 10.
Really? Like H-front days or
Before
all the
that?
time? Really? I don't know. No.
This is like AOL CompuServe days, Prodigy days.
Oh wow. Like
Well,
Windows 3.0 days, huh?
Dude, yes. It was ran by Sierra, and it was really what was crazy about it was everybody had an avatar that you made, like a little cartoon character representation of you, and you had like chat rooms that were very reminiscent of Yahoo, and you had a bunch of games you could play in there, online games, you know, and it was dial-up. I think at the time the most common. I want to say it came out when 1400 baud was still pretty common, and I think 14.4K BPS modems had just come out. There was
28.8.
There's still people running like old modem. No, actually, no, I'm going too far back. No. It wasn't 14. It was like 14.4, 28.8. Yeah, around that time on modems.
Dude, I was in fucking middle school when I got my first 28.8 external modem. I was fucking ape shit. I cried.
I know, because
like a pussy.
If you use like 1400 baud rate modems or 9600 baud rate modems, those things were slow. The only thing you could do on that is like connect to like a bulletin board system and maybe download a picture.
Cried in joy. I mean, it was amazing back in the day.
Is this?
My porn came in like 5 minutes.
Dude.
Just a picture. It was amazing.
I was all about Admiral Crag and Usenet. If you know what I'm talking about.
I know.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I'm going to pretend that I just don't know what you're talking about.
Hell, you know. That beard tells me you fucking know.
I can't believe Usenet's still going. It's like the freaking darknet of the internet.
It is.
Crazy. UUE encoded stuff. You had to like know how to encrypt stuff before you can even use it. Like compile it to a binary. You actually use the thing. Good times. But anyway, enough banter. Obi, what do we have tonight on the show?
Tonight on the show, guys, we're going to skip, hallelujah, the usual news and division talk once again because we haven't been playing it. We're going to jump into some other games, what we have been playing and watching, of course, because we always watch. We're watching our shows. We're going crazy about it. And a bit more about the TV talk in our episodes, of course. I just said that, but I failed to read that part. Maybe it's free ball and talk night. We're gonna just let our balls flop out there and just talk. Just kidding. Kind of sounded really bad after I said it.
I don't even know. And by the way, BFT's like, oh God, Sierra, that's going back. They're back now. I mean, it's not the same as before. You know, Sierra would really pave the way. Like they were one of like the old guard companies that really push computing forward and video games and just I don't know they were magical, you know, they're like unicorns.
All right.
No.
Okay.
All right. Good talk, guys.
Yeah. Good talk.
My sweaty balls.
Wow.
By the way, guys, if you guys are new to the show, welcome to our weird party.
Yeah, yeah.
Woo! HorsePLAY Live is where geeks come to play and 9 times out of 10 be stupid as shit. We're the flagship talk radio show for Geek Antics and Network in collaboration with All Games Radio Network or All Games Radio, or allgames.com. Damn, I just read that really fast.
Oh no, that's right.
Our show covers
with
all
it.
the aspects of the geeks
Trust yourself.
with geek culture, with a special focus on Indian strategy games, with the technologies, rants. Yeah, rants. Issues geeks face every single day while playing, and of course the events that we try to put on or even be a part of. Did I mention we rant?
Oh, fuck yeah, you guys.
Not at all. We rant, by the way. But Yogi's going to tell you a little bit now what's going on, what kind of show we really are.
Yeah, we're live and uncut. Crazy things may and definitely will happen. We may say something offensive. We may talk about poop and other bodily fluids and excrement. So you keep an open mind. Try not to linger on the poop and piss talk too much.
Very open.
We don't have enough Germans in our audience to warrant that. And we probably just lost one German listener. My bad. But keep an open mind.
Asshole.
I'm kidding. You know,
Are you German?
This is horseplay. You know, shenanigans are abound. You just gotta expect it.
And really, if we say anything that disturbs you, get the fuck over it, really. Guys, don't forget, Horseplay Live is every Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacifics on Twitch. Pacifics? Yeah?
Pacifics? Let's get into the Pacifics, yo.
On Twitch channels
Pacifics.
Geeky Antics and YogiZilla. Horseplay Live replay is also available earlier on Thursdays at about 5 p.m. Eastern Time on allgames.com. Go check that out.
I'm going to add 4 a.m. GMT, too. That's for our international people.
Okay. Appreciate that.
So we're either a really, really late night show or we're a really early morning show, depending where you are in the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
You should put that picture up instead of the chat, since you can't put the chat up. Just put it in place of that picture.
Yeah,
Motherfucking horseplay.
we'll find a spot for it.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. I'm trying, man. Nothing's going in that spot. I think it's
Fucking
glitched out.
blank spot. Dude.
It's glitched out, man. I can't use it.
The world needs to know.
The spot's not. If I didn't make a new overlay, let me know. I'll fix that one up. Work with it more.
Well, no, it's not that. I think it's like I need to restart my computer or something. Like, cause it's not letting me. I'm not bringing this up again, dude. I'm not even worried about it. He just brought it up. Why are you doing this? We're trying to have a good podcast. You just totally derail us about fucking chat. Really?
Pro tip: always restart your computer before a stream or podcast.
Yeah, that's amateur.
And that's not for you, Obi. That's for everyone else. It's something you take for granted because I don't know about you guys, but I rarely restart my computer.
Well, like I just did a stream. Like everything was perfect. I just did a 5.5 hour stream. Everything was great. Like now it's not doing it.
I prep before I do a stream. That's just me though. I always do a fucking stream. I'm a fucking well-known streamer.
My God, Paul, you're such a troll. Some people are gonna believe you too and be like, Deckard, see, let me check out his channel and be like, no past broadcasts. Like, yo, I stream so much they can't even hold my videos.
What a fucking dick, dude.
No, a lot of Twitch streamers don't fucking make highlights too. That drives me batty. Like that's like they spend so much time streaming. It's like, what about your offline content? Because if I go to a stream and they don't have any like art like highlights, I'm like, click, nope, not following. Move on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Make some highlights. No highlights at all, and no excuse for that. You streaming every day, really? Anyway.
Yeah, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
BFT says he shuts his PC off whenever he's not going to be on it for a couple hours. He's probably one of the only people I know that would do that. Yeah, those people I know leave their PC on all the time.
No, I leave mine on, just because there's nothing wrong with it, really.
Fucking.
But like
Yeah.
I like it'll go into hibernation mode. I'll have to like hit the enter button to wake it back up and then sign on. But like every now and then, like I at least try to do it. Now I try to restart at least once or twice a day because I'm always doing different things and I'm always flipping back to Xbox and then running it through the capture card, then PC. So I might need to restart. That's fine. But it's just like I didn't think I thought it was fine. Well, let's go. Let's go. I don't have anything grinding my gears right now. Not that I can think of right now. Not that I want to talk about.
Okay.
I do.
But it's not Deckard on the podium. It's Obi on the podium.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Deckard.
What?
You've got 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
You know what grinds my fucking gears?
What?
Fucking people who play console and don't fucking play PC games.
Oh
like
my
they don't
God.
have any
I knew
of
it.
the fucking games. What do you know? What do you know, Yogi? You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. You fucking on your console. You're better, bigger. I play. Shit. And you want to fucking play fucking Grim Dawn with me right now? Bullshit.
Why didn't you want to
Fuck
play?
you.
Why didn't you want to play Van Helsing with me? It's a similar game.
Is it a PC game?
Yeah, I told you about it a while back.
When?
Wait, why do I hear myself?
You never say anything to me. That's
Well,
another thing.
you're barely.
That's what grinds my gears.
You're barely around.
I'm fucking around. I'm on Steam all the time.
He's fucking around.
You don't say shit.
Listen, guys.
You know, I'm on Steam. I'm fucking jerking off to porn and shit, and you're not even talking to me right now.
Listen, guys. You plug into the system. We got the Facebook. We got the Facebook page with the Facebook chat group. We got TeamSpeak. Lots of ways to be visible.
But there's visibility. Who's providing the outreach? You.
I'm not gonna chase after you guys.
You should chase after your fans.
Listen.
Oh
Listening.
And this whole thing about devolving into console gaming is not fair, because
it is.
I don't care about where the best graphics are or where the most games are. I care ultimately about where the games that I want to play are and where people are playing them.
I can tell you the best community out there is the community of the computer console.
I would love to. I wish that was true.
I don't even know. I just said two things at once.
Computer console.
Well, that's what I am.
Console, a PC, not a console.
Computer.
No, that's what I am
PC.
right now. No, that's what
No,
I
you're
am.
not.
I am a computer console player.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, because I play
you're
Xbox
not.
through my computer, motherfucker. I do. Shut your mouth.
See, the thing about the one thing, like Steam has helped unified the gaming community a little more. It's like GameSpy Arcade, kind of 10 kind of brought the community more back together. But then, like, my experience is that we have tons of people that play on PC, and that's the primary platform, right? But most of them are either single player gamers, or they have the one game that they play 24/7 and nothing else matters after that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun. It's so funny because a lot of people that have beast gaming computers, what's the game they play? League of Legends. And it's not a bad game, and I like playing it every now and then. But Jesus, let's play something else.
Like Grim Dawn.
On console, I jump on and people actually play games. I start a party up. I don't even have to invite people. People just join my party. They just jump in.
Me too. Now that I'm on, like, people just join me right
They just jump in and we just say, "Hey, what you playing?" Okay, I'll jump on that. It's like so fluid, and I hate to say it, but like our PC gaming friends are really flaky.
Get out of town.
$3,000 gaming rig, play Minecraft. Oh my God, exactly. See, being ahead knows what we're talking about. So
well, it's not. Well, no. Okay, hear me out. Okay, I'm gonna advocate for both because I'm using both. Yogi, you use both too. When you seldom when you stream off your Xbox, you use your computer to stream it, or your however you do it. But I'm gonna advocate for both because, like I said before, right now the only reason, hold that thought, BFT. The only reason that I'm streaming and playing Xbox One right now is because the accessibility. It's very, very easy to get on my one screen and start up my OBS and how I have it ready to set up and ready to go for a stream. Start it up, start the Xbox up, and just start playing the game. Boom, I'm done. On the PC, you have to do you have to just do more. There's more upkeep, of course. But it's just, it's really good for that person that wants you to just take a little break from the PC, but still at the same time maybe stream a little bit more because it's different games I'm streaming. I would never ever stream anything like Black Ops 3 or like I would stream The Division or Rainbow Six or but I wouldn't be able to play like Madden. I wouldn't be able to get all these games that I'm getting right now for like $30 a year, and I get them for free, and I get to play them. I get to play anything I want. I mean,
how do you get them for free?
It's EA Access.
Yeah. Well, they have EA Access now for PC, so that was a good move on their part.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but even to have that access, like they still can't. Like the PC players can now, can they play like the Madden?
Yeah, they can actually.
So okay, so then that's just another thing that Xbox and PC are doing together anyway. As they're moving forward, they're making the PC players more accessible to play with that console player. Because you never know, you might have a person that can't afford to even spend $800 to $1,000 on a PC, but can they get a console for their birthday, or they get a console for Christmas, or something that they can, and that's what they can do, right?
Here's the thing, though.
But they're still trying to be connected.
PC gaming is now cheaper than ever it has been. Console gaming continues to get more and more expensive as PlayStation and Xbox continue to push prices.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
PC is the better value.
It gets higher every
year. We're not saying that at all, dude. We're not saying that at all.
You better
economics.
say that.
Hear me out.
The economics of it, yeah.
In my gaming room alone, okay, I have things for PC. I have a steering wheel and what is that thing called with pedals and all that stuff for like the farming sims and all the driving games and all this other stuff. I have a yaw and rudder pedals in the closet for flying games and stuff like that. I have all these things that I bought for PC and spent a tenth of the price, bought all the games I have some badass Astros, a big nice mix amp, everything that I want for Xbox for a tenth of that price. Yes, is the overall value of a PC better? Yes, because you're putting that value into it to make it that value. I'm sorry to say it, I would rather take an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 with 4 or 5 games with everything set up like I have now than a $1,000 PC. Because for me, right now, what I'm doing is accessibility and with decent graphics. I don't have to have perfect graphics. But for a PC to have decent graphics and the accessibility of an Xbox, there is none. You can't compare it at all. Because the Xbox, you can hook it up to your TV. You can do that to your PC too. But then you gotta set the resolution. You gotta do all this other bullshit.
It's the out-of-box functionality, but as far as the economics, you have to look at it. There's a few things that we've had this discussion.
Yeah.
Before. We're deep on it, and we still have to put an article out with a nice little chart because I've broken down the money and PC total cost of ownership of a PC is actually cheaper now than console, and console's gonna keep getting more and more expensive because there are a lot of hidden costs, the service fees, accessories. Price the games usually don't go on sale as much. There's a lot of little different things you have to think about, and they're not upgradable, so you have a limited lifespan. With the PC, you can make a PC last a long time, at least 5 years, and that's being generous. You can make a good PC last you a long time if you have the foresight, invest into it to begin with, and then over time you can stretch out that investment. But what I've realized is the PC right. If I was still playing a lot of games, I had time to play a lot of games, PC would be perfect. Because when you're buying a lot of games, you want to do it on PC. Things like Humble Bundle, GOG, Steam. There's tons of ways to get cheap games and they're not bad games, they're quality games. They're all games you want to play. Mm-hmm. But I don't have that kind of time anymore. So now console is just the easier transition, which was made even easier for me because it was a gift to me. I probably would not have jumped on Xbox One so soon, you know. But it was gifted to me, and it was a no-brainer because people are on there, they're playing. It's easy to coordinate game nights.
I bought it in the
And-
goddamn Xbox One because of this bitch. We're already derailed. Now, earlier I said to you guys, no news. Well, I lied. Get over it. We have a few things that we want to put out there just because it's worth putting out there. Really fast, the obligatory news and ranting. Overwatch beta is out now, guys. Get it. All platforms, Xbox, PC, PlayStation. Has PlayStation got it?
Yep.
Yes. All platforms, good to go. Get it now. It came out last night, literally. Earlier than it was. I got on it last night to make sure I was doing it. It just started downloading on the Xbox, and we've been playing it all day. So, I'll probably put up I think we have a stream. If Yogi will probably put up a clip of some of the Overwatch play from earlier. So, but all games celebrating 20 years, guys. You guys don't know it, allgames.com is our sister network where we're on about 5 p.m. Eastern time on Thursdays on allgames.com, so you guys go check that out too. Dreadnought beta is getting good reviews from the closed beta participants. Now, we do have something here. BFT still has, for those that are live, for those that are listening to this in the near future, BFT still has 4 keys for Dreadnought PC multiplayer spaceship combat.
Sad.
So if you guys are interested in Dreadnought, it's supposed to be it's like a spaceship combat, kind of like a I don't want to group it to any other game. It's called Dreadnought.
I mean, I would say it's like Eve, but to a smaller scale. But like just beautiful space battles.
Is it like Star Wars Online type space battles? Like, no, not with the lasers and shit. But
he's giving those to friends only.
Okay, so you got to be a friend. Never mind. Forget I ever said anything.
It makes me. I know it's not like Eve in terms of the mechanics, but like what I like about Eve is just watching the battles, like the epicness of it. And when I see the gameplay of this, that's what it makes me think of.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's World of Warships.
BFT harps on my like the specific word I'm saying. I'm saying it's just
Beard
beautiful, epic battles.
Beard and Hat suggests it's World of Warships in space. Got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. I wasn't talking about from mechanics. Just saying, like Eve is still a beautiful game. They keep making that game look even better, right? Like, and remember that game, Paul? We played gratuitous space battles.
Yeah, one time.
Hey, that's because you disappeared again.
Oh, it's me now.
But
It's always been.
Like I love like the epicness of those battles, but obviously that game had its own issues.
It was a good game.
There's potential here.
It had to be you.
So yeah, it's more like World of Warships in space. There you go, perfect. It's in terms of the gameplay, but it looks like it has potential. I love anything space. I mean, I'm a big Wing Commander kind of guy.
Just get a bucket of nuts.
What? What about nuts? What?
Nothing, dude.
Okay. By the way, our friend Yancy, YANTZI. If you don't know him, check him out.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Twitch streamer. Will be a featured caster at Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City, one of the many conventions out there. And he was talking to us about it. If it goes well, there might be opportunity for some of the gang, if you're part of our community, to be involved in the future convention. So, no promises, but support him, show your love. He's another guy that's not plugged in, but he wants us to promote him for free.
Mm-hmm.
We love him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I say here. This is a machine. All you gotta do is plug this machine into the outlet, and all your wishes will be granted. Do I have to plug it in myself? Can you plug it in for me? I don't really feel like doing that. This is the world we live in now. Like I actually asked Brad. I actually asked Brad. I said, "Hey, can you just send me like a media kit with any like the copy that you want, a pre-approved copy, talking points, and branded assets. This is like standard marketing stuff." And he's like, "I got this. Is this what you want? Like you want to be promoted, but you're not giving me the tools to promote you with. So you want me to do the legwork too? Come on now." And this is the kind of stuff that burns me up. Like, listen, this is how I make a living. If you want to be promoted, you want to push, I'll help you with it. I'll coach you through it. I'll tell you what you need to do. But you may not like it. I'm gonna give you some hard realities. But if you're trying to take shortcuts, I'm telling you, you're gonna have a very rough time. Invest, not just financially, just mentally, emotionally. You put your all in. Anyway, that's my rant. But we'll be sending more details out via our newsletter, Facebook, and/or geekyantics.net. So stay tuned for that. And if the newsletter, if you want to, again, if you want to be featured on there, we could do a little quick blurb, no problem. If you want to be featured like a sponsored spot, and you want a nice detailed write up, a full campaign, marketing campaign, ad campaign, whatever, that's a whole different story.
That's gonna cost you.
Yeah. You want a quick little blurb in there, no problem. We're all about the community, but you have to draw a line because like a lot of people want freebies, but it's like, well, you gotta reciprocate to some degree, Like there's certain people, and you know who you are. Like I mentioned names, but it's like I get constant emails and Facebook messages like, "Hey, can you share this for me? And I like this, and vote for this, and click on that." And then like when we're doing a campaign, where are they to be found? When we need 1 minute at a time, like people are like, "I'm so busy." It's like, well, when do you take a shit? Again, I use the same joke all the time, but like, when do you take a shit? Do this thing for me. Do this thing for us. Do this thing for our community when you're taking a shit. Can you afford that? Well, that's when I play my mobile games. Well, take a minute away from your mobile game. Clash of Clans won't shut down if you don't play it for a minute. Leave a comment. Share something off our Facebook. Stop being so fucking selfish, motherfuckers. Sorry.
Good girl.
I said it was going to be a salty night.
Preach.
Reciprocate, people. That's all I'm saying. Sharing is caring.
My dog is fat as shit, dude.
Fat with a PH, yo. Word.
No, fat with an F.
Damn. You guys, get the pony. VFT says, I like it. No, that's the thing. Like, I've been thinking a lot about this. Like, the other day, like I said, I realized one of my sites turned 10. And I've done a lot with that site. It's led to a lot of opportunities, a lot of projects that failed, but they were good learning experiences. And I just thought about, like, there's a lot of people in our community that are very giving. They anytime you need them and you call on them, they'll be there. And then, like, when we ask for simple things, people are like, it's just excuses. And that makes me sad. The simple opportunities. Like, if everybody take a little bit of time out just to take advantage of the simple opportunities, we could accomplish so much. I'm not saying, freaking move a boulder out of my way or anything crazy. Simple things. The little things over time go a long way.
True that.
That's actually the true formula to success, but most people want that one. Most people are like, they can't do the marathon. They just do the sprint. They want that one big push, boom, and then they run out of steam, and they're like, that's all I got. That's what happens. I see this so much in the business world. I can't tell you how many startups I consult with, and friends I have starting businesses, and they have so much passion. And I said, look, the number one thing I can tell you is pace yourself. You have to make sure what you're doing is sustainable, because and don't lose sight of your why, your purpose, the thing that keeps you passionate and that keeps you driven, right? But then, of course, they go all in, they're gung ho. It's like several sleepless nights, really just pushing really hard. It's like Twitch streamers, like so many Twitch streamers that message us, leave us comments on our sites, and they go, oh, I've been streaming. I don't know what's going on. I'm streaming 10 hours a day, and I don't get any viewers. It's like, that's your problem. You're streaming 10 hours a day. You said nothing about supporting other communities, doing things outside of Twitch, doing podcasts, doing, Instagram, Pinterest. You got to think about your brand as an entity that exists outside of the single platform. And I said this that time and again, but anyway, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. We got games to talk about. Oh, but you want to do some quick shout outs tonight?
Nah.
Shout outs and love? No?
Nah.
No? Okay. So if you do want to check out some of our heroes, our friends, and sponsors, go to geekyantics.net for some sponsors. We got folks like Jinx, we got Martin Septic Services, Shiny Prints, G2A. I know I'm forgetting some people, and they're probably gonna get mad at me. Bits Consulting. Yeah. I think of some others ones later. They'll come to me later. Oh yeah, no, Obi's got some on there too. You still working with the apparel company
Yes.
and the No Scope?
That's GG Culture and Apparel, and No Scope Gaming Glasses.
So yeah, the banners are on there. Click on them. That helps Obi and his family out. And it supports the gang as well. It's a mutual benefit, and then you get to score some cool swag. Everybody wins.
And
It's all about win-win scenarios.
And two guys, I do want to let you know about those too. I don't get anything from those. Those go to actually in returns. I get T-shirts and I get glasses and I get stuff to give away. So you're not giving me any money. It's money to get stuff for more of you guys. So.
Oh, so that's see, it's still a mutual benefit. There you go. So let's do a quickie here. You ready, Obi?
I would have to say Martin's Septic Service saved my life.
You really fucked that segment up, didn't you?
Well, you are a poop. You are big into poop.
Get ready to open that segment up, and he's like, "Well, yeah, Martin segment. What the fuck?"
But that's Paul. Every time Paul's been on the show, he always just jumps in at random, jumping on points. That's what he does. Martin Septic Services saved my life.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't take a shit effectively as I could have.
Yeah, with the peace of mind of knowing that you won't have shit all over your backyard.
That is right. As soon as my septic tank fucking beeped because there's an alarm on it, they fucking came in and fucking emptied that shit out. It saved my life.
You joke.
I don't.
But we have an educational sponsored article on the website, geekyantics.net, that talks about the very real threat of mismanaged septic systems, the toxic fumes. If you smell something funny coming out of your drain, you may want to check that out. That'd be something serious. There's things you can't smell.
If you smell something out of your drain, you better check your brain and call Martin Septic Services.
I can't do it anymore. I'm trying to hold it in, man. There are so many spots where I could have just piped in with the quickie thing, but I just couldn't do it. So
we should have made that to a voice cut right there.
Now that we got that out, quickie celebrating AGN 20 and podcast we love. What you got, Yoke?
Yeah, to celebrate 20 years of All Games Network. And I figured we should just discuss some of our favorite podcasts and gaming shows. PFT says GG. That's a wrap. No coming back from that.
There's nothing I could do.
But All Games, we say they're our unofficial, sister network, and we're proud to be part of that network because there's a lot of history there. And I know for people that are really into podcasts, it's hard to connect with. But they're not just associated with podcasts. They gave birth to the G4 network before that went to shit.
Mm-hmm.
They basically gave birth unofficially to Twitch and everything we know today. Like without things like All Games and communities like Twin Galaxies, stuff like that that's been around for so long. Maybe Twin Galaxies might be a bit of a stretch, but some of these old guard sites that really push the envelope on new content and multimedia entertainment. This is really one of the truest and oldest media outlets out there. Like I have more respect for All Games than I have for like a Giant Bomb or IGN, etc. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with those sites, but All Games has been doing it for longer,
Mm-hmm.
and they're still, in spite of that, in spite of all the success that they've experienced, they're still community focused. Which most things that grow and have that kind of track record, they lose themselves and they become corporate, right? And it's made me think about 20 years. That's huge. I mean, 2 years is huge in this day and age, right? You do anything for 2 years, you're a professional, maybe a master, But 20 years, Jesus. So there's a lot of history there. I want us to create an opportunity for all of us to share some of our favorite podcasts and gaming shows, etc. Do you guys have any podcasts or any shows you want to share?
Well, any of the ones that I would say are in this list right here. So,
all right. So you want me to just go through it then?
Yeah.
As Paul adds his wonderful feedback. So of course, on the top of the list, the B team, Chip, Fred, Sodoom, Ryan, aka Sworn. They've all been super supportive of what we've been doing over here. And we collaborate on many fronts across different shows that are not the B team, that are not even HorsePLAY Live. That we do different things together, and it's just great being part of their little community. Well, it's not little. They're one of the top video game shows out there. That's still about video games after all this time.
They're running the yesterday. They just uploaded their Tuesday show, which Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. They just put their 363rd episode up.
Yep.
They're going, guys. We're about half.
And the interesting thing about B Team, the B Team started
not even half
when Chip Sella used to be like a correspondent for the Video Game Outsiders, and he used to go to conventions and different events and do coverage on site. Mm-hmm. And he did interviews and all this stuff for Video Game Outsiders when they were still about video games. Now they're more, I don't know what they're about. They're funny, I guess. And then he said, well, we're the B team. We're the people that get called in when no one else can show up to work. And now it's kind of ironic because they're kind of the A team. I just like, they have a really good format. They have, multiple hosts, and they do roundtable discussions about video games and technology, and they're really passionate. I mean, it tends to go long too. Like the last few shows have gone like 3+ hours, but and there's something about it. It works. Like they have good chemistry, and I can listen to them. And it's like every episode, I'm always intrigued by what they have to discuss, and they help me broaden my horizons. So, just very thankful for them.
I'm gonna try to get on there one week.
Yeah, they're always open to have guests too.
Yeah, me too.
Oh God.
But
I'm not going.
I don't think they can handle you, Paul.
I don't think they can handle you, dude.
Come on, dude.
Next one that we got that we want to part of celebrate 42 level 1.
Yeah, good show where you spend about half your time deciphering what they're saying because those accents are really thick for us American listeners.
What kind of accents do they have?
They're Scottish.
Scottish.
The Scottish, yeah.
Yeah, they're segmented, so it's really nice that we have it now. Like they tend to have the first part. They have the instruction manual where they talk about video games. They have a segment for comic books. Then they have a TV and movie segment, and then now what they've been doing is like post show they'll do like a bonus segment, which is a spoiler cast. They don't do that live, so they respect everybody, and they'll give you a heads up. This is going to be a spoiler segment. I think last time they did Batman vs Superman. This time they're probably going to do Captain
Yeah.
America: Civil War,
The
which
one-
I'm hearing good things about.
The one day I shouldn't have listened to him.
What kind of comic books are you talking about?
They mainly do the DC and Marvel stuff, but they also do some indie stuff as well.
Ah,
I say they do. Are Vertigo and Dark Horse still around? I don't even know anymore. I don't collect it anymore.
Guys, this is so easy to look this stuff up too. If you guys are ever, if you guys just want to stop listening to us right now and go look it up, just go to allgames.com, and right on the right hand side you'll see a list, and that's all the podcasts, and it'll say podcasts on there. You just go to check out who you want. They're all great. I mean, all the episodes and whatnot up. Next one up, Yogi. I know you like these guys really a lot. Wait,
R9 Cast with SG.
yes.
SG's the man. SG and Bridget, his wife, they're both awesome. And what I like about him, he's a Sega fanboy like me. He also puts the Sony fanboys in their place, so that's fun. And if you like Sony, I'm not holding it against you. But it's just nice hearing someone that explores the other side. Because I swear, ever since Xbox One, before it was released, and then Microsoft had made their announcements, and people just wanted to crucify them, and then Sony did the same thing. But Sony could do no wrong. It's just one misstep, and people, they don't forget. They hold grudges, and it's nice to hear someone that still could explore the other side of that argument. So, not that it makes you exclusive, but if you're on a budget, you can only choose one or another. I'm happy PC and Xbox One. I'm good.
fucking Bridget's hot.
But the thing that people forget, if you looked at Sony was gonna announce the same things that Microsoft was gonna announce, and they saw Microsoft go up, and they said, "Ooh, yeah, let's let them take the heat for that." And we didn't, all these big companies. This is what people forget. All these big companies, they're businesses. They want your money, and whatever's gonna protect their business interests, that's what they're gonna do. They don't care about you. They care about what makes them money, and this is gonna be honest with. That's what big business comes down to. That's why they're big business. So, people were wanted to crucify Microsoft, and then I don't know the hypocrisy of it all. I'm not gonna get back to that. I went into it in detail before in the past, and people still don't see it. And the thing is, people hold grudges, but they don't realize all right, well then people change. If it turns around, podcast. Gaming History 101. If you want to ever get in depth into the history of video games, the pioneers, the real heart of retro, this is probably the best podcast out there. Now, the one thing I will say, when it comes to the PC side, microcomputer side of gaming, or retro gaming, and the online stuff, Fred is really out of his depths. It cracks me up. I offered him so many times, dude, you missed so much stuff. They did a whole series on online gaming, and they missed some huge players. I don't think they even mentioned 10. I was like, how can you not mention 10? 10 technically ultimately turns into Pogo, and Pogo is kind of a big deal, especially for a middle-aged woman. I don't know. Or a horny old man trying to hook up with women.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what new?
Yeah. People play games on there too.
It's all about me, right there.
What else we got? A few more podcasts. Retro Gaming Roundup. This is.
Weren't you a Pogo admin?
No comment.
Ha!
Don't bring that stuff up. NDA. Damn it, Paul! Why you blowing up my spot?
Just
Oh
saying.
shit! God, what a dick!
I know. He's just gonna
Saying,
throw my.
He's talking bad about Pogo, and he was an admin.
He's gonna throw my social security number out there next time. Jesus.
NDA.
I thought we were friends.
We're friends.
769-02-1634.
9304.
Here's another one. This is one that I really recommend. If you ever want to binge listen, not binge watch, binge listen to like hardcore retro content. The retro gaming roundup is one of the best ones. Their latest installment is called a Mechanical Catastrophe. Fantastic. They talk about pinball machines. They do like a top 10 worst pinball machines ever. And like I'm like, this is awesome. These are people talking to me, because like I still love pinball. Like I need to play more Pinball FX on Xbox One, because people actually out there to play that, and it has leaderboards, and that's just fun as hell. That's just, it's close as it's gonna get, because I can't afford to be buying pinball machines. But if I could, I'd have a freaking basement filled with pinball machines and arcade machines. That's so me. And they talk about like there's one segment they did where they talk about Game Genie and like the old hacks using like pin card readers and all this stuff, and like it made me nostalgic as hell. And like the retro community is not just a bunch of crazy hipsters. It's going strong. And people, I think as a whole, people are realizing that like video games today are pretty much regurgitated shit, and like the retro stuff actually try to do different things, and we're focused on fun above anything else. They talked about there was one guy that talked about the history of UK developers. He worked on like a lot of the big ones, Malibu, Ocean, Codemasters. Probably forgetting another one, maybe Bullfrog. I think Bullfrog. They were UK based, right? Signosis, I think he said. I mean, when you start to think about it, there were a lot of big players in the UK that you don't really think about until you stop and look at it. Treasure, I think he's UK based. It's crazy. Rare, I can't forget Rare. Holy shit. They even talk about this device called a jerry-rigged RetroPie, and the RetroPie is a big thing. You know, everybody's talking about Raspberry Pi, and you have really small computer that does a lot of shit, and it's basically an emulation beast. And a jerry-rigged RetroPie, it's like they have this bundle that's like crazy. You can play NES games, Mega Drives, that's Genesis games. Dude, retro gaming roundup, like variety up the ass. There's a few more. A worthy opponent. Over 2 years and over 130 episodes later, they're still talking Hearthstone in depth. And what I love about him is that, yeah, there is the Angry Chicken. A lot of people say that's the definitive Hearthstone podcast. But I like Gary. He's a good guy. You know, and he's definitely talented. Very good production quality. I love his graphic design work. But sometimes their content comes off a little snooty. This is like a show that's really accessible, whether you're like casual, hardcore, anything in between, and it's great. And these guys over at Hollow Sweet Media as a whole,
Basically not snooty.
yeah. And the folks over at Hollow Sweet Media, I definitely recommend their network. They're always willing to work with you too and collaborate. Good guys. Tadpog. Tyler and Dave play old games. Obi, they kind of remind me of me and you, but if we're like you were really hardcore into retro gaming, and if we talked about really awkward stories. Oh wait, we do that.
Except for the retro gaming part.
Yeah, the retro gaming we don't do it as much on this show. So what they do with their format, they play a game, and they aim to talk about it, and like it'll be like 90% them talking about random shit and like awkward masturbation stories, and like things that their wives caught them doing, and then like the last 10% is the actual talking about the game and reviewing it. It's entertaining as fuck. I definitely recommend it. It's more comedy than it is video games, and it's great. Into the Nexus, probably one of the best Heroes of the Storm podcasts out there. Honorable mention, Hotscast, Stormcast, those are all good too. By the way, not all these shows are on all games. These are on different networks. Matter of fact, you know, I prefer Stitcher if you're an Android person. There's other apps, Podcatcher. Much as the community annoys me, I still love the game, and it's League of Legends. The League of Legends community podcast. You know, whether you love or hate the game, the reality is this is a great podcast for a game that's really got a huge impact right now on the industry as a whole. I mean, it's the most played game still, I believe. I haven't checked the numbers lately, but as far as online games go, it's still got the biggest user base, like active concurrent players. And what I like about this podcast is this one, just because as much as the community annoys me, I still love the game, and it's League of Legends, the League of Legends community podcast. You know, whether you love or hate the game, the reality is this is a great podcast for a game that's really got a huge impact right now on the industry as a whole. I mean, it's the most played game still, I believe. I haven't checked the numbers lately, but as far as online games go, it's still got the biggest user base, like active concurrent players. And what I like about this podcast is that they really go deep on the design process and the logic behind their different decisions. I wouldn't call the community thing is kind of a misnomer, but you could tell that they do listen to the community feedback, and it's nice to see how they transform that feedback into actual, changes. Oh, we lost Paul. He must have passed out.
Probably.
But changes. Oh, we lost Paul. He must have passed out.
Probably.
But one of the things they talked about, like they talked about the logic behind design logic behind the Tarek rework, the UI redesign, the overhaul of the general roles. Like they were trying to do things to shift the meta. Like they're completely aware of the fact that the game does not lend itself well to teamwork. It's very individualistic, and certain roles aren't really attractive. They're kind of like a consolation prize. Like, okay, sure, I'll play support, stuff like that. So like hearing them talk about it, because they're the developers are actually players themselves. They like playing the game themselves, which is great to see. That's something you see too often in games these days. Like people that are actually passionate about the game of developing, and not just a project for them. So definitely a very good listen. And I don't know. Like I always say, podcasts to me hold a special place because, video is great. It's the way the rest of the world has moved to. But there's something about podcasts where you just focus on the message, and you're not distracted by all the other crap, the other fluff. BFT says, I got my Xbox OG hooked up. DVD drive is a bit wonky through Dark Watch in, and it still works fine. Those things are built like tanks. I still got my original Xbox too. It works just fine. The last thing I played in it was Baldur's Gate. The Baldur's Gate 2. Great game. So yeah, podcasts, if you're catching us some way that's not an audio feed, I can't recommend it enough. It's a lot more community focused. It's a lot more interactive. In spite of what Twitch, Twitch to me still feels very one way. Like it's a bunch of people talking in the chat to each other, and 9 times out of 10 the streamer is ignoring them.
Mm-hmm.
With the podcast, it's just something magical about it, and I think I've always been drawn to radio too. My brother and I, we used to always when we were kids, we used to always try to record our voices or take whatever the device was at the time, or take pretend microphones and do shows, pretend we were reporters, we do stupid stuff like that, take action figures and pretend we're interviewing them, and there's something I always liked about the radio format that I think that it's the best of both worlds. Like when you have written content, it's cool, but people don't read and lose interest very quickly. And with video, you need to be fully engaged with it. And a lot of video content is very look-alike. Like there might be some good production quality, but at the end they're all saying the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're just there because they realize video is a hot thing. But in podcasting, I feel like you get a pure, unadulterated experience. Like people are speaking from their heart, and it's something just magical about it. I love it.
And that's one of the reasons why I like podcasts too. That's one of the reasons why I want to build that podcast studio too, with the multi booths. So I mean, because it's something that could be beneficial in the future to do and to have. But yeah, anyway, WWBP. What we've been playing, what we've been watching. What do we got, Yogi? WWBP.
Yeah, so this is you gotta do it because it's the thing to do. Everybody's doing it on every show. It looks like, and what's interesting about it, what you're watching and what you're playing. I realize why it's such an important segment. It's such an important thing that we do. It kind of shows where your head is at, like what you're craving. And like for me this week, it hasn't been as much gaming. It's been mainly one thing in particular. Well, I did watch the latest episode of Game of Thrones. Did you catch that?
No.
Oh God.
Was that definitive enough for you? No, I did not.
A lot of us in the community.
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Oh,
never will.
Well, for the rest of us, wow. That's all I gotta say. Like, holy shit! I can't wait for that next episode. The thing that sucks about this show is such a cock tease because there's only like 8 to 12 episodes a season, and then it goes on break. Oh, and it feels like forever.
Fatal lied too, you know that, right?
What did he lie about?
He said he was going to be here to make sure that you watched Once Upon a Time.
Oh, I did. He wasn't going to do it. Which, by the way, his question was a trick question because I did answer it correctly, but I see what he was going for. He was like, "Oh, so who's the first child that crosses over from one world to the other?" And I was thinking going back from the real world to the storybook. So technically, that would be Henry. I didn't think that it's Emma.
Yeah, he's a asshole.
But like, he insists that I haven't watched the show, and I'm watching season 1, and I'm like, I've seen this all already. I poked ahead season 2, I'm like, I've seen this too. You know, and I'm like, all right, so I'm going through season 1, give me another chance. I don't know, something about the show. It's a good show, but it doesn't draw me in. Like, I don't feel the urgency to catch the next episode.
Okay, then go ahead. Then the show that you are watching, Naruto. What's going on?
I love this show so much that I started watching from where I left off, and I had to go back and watch old episodes again. I rarely rewatch anything. Hell, I rarely replay anything. Period. And I went back, and I'm like, man, this show is just so good. And I think I understand why the show. I identify with it so much. Because there's a lot of lessons on this show. Like, and on the surface, it's all like action and this clearly feels, but like I think I identify with it because it's the old underlying theme is that and it sounds really cheesy when I say it out loud, but a lot of us fool ourselves into thinking that the world is a cold, fucked up place. And that the only thing that makes things happen is power, right? And power is either having power or having money, influence, whatever, right? But that doesn't give you fulfillment. It's the bonds that we forge that give us the true purpose and the push to drive on, right? That's kind of a recurring theme on this on the series, and I don't know, time and again, like I fall in love with. I actually care about each of these characters. Like when I go back to I'm watching it back and forth Once Upon a Time, and I'm like, I like Emma. I like what they're doing with her. She's easy on the eyes. She's obviously a very attractive woman, And they have other interesting characters, but I don't feel as invested in them. Like their backstories don't really do it for me. But with Naruto, like, this is a cartoon, and I'm watching, as cliche and mainstream as this show may be now, it's just like the characters I fall in love with them. I care about them. Like, I feel like they're actual real life friends, as silly as it sounds. Aww. But I mean, the show's been around for what?
That's so
like over a decade now.
Yeah.
I mean, this episode, they're in the 400s on the main show. And they just started a new series, I believe. And the manga, I think, wrapped up. And I don't got how many issues there are in that. But there's a lot of history there. And it's so good that when I'm done with Shippuden storyline, I'm gonna go back and maybe start from the beginning, or just jump around and catch my favorite episodes. Maybe I was even toying with the idea of doing like little mini articles describing different theories, different topics, different concepts, and maybe individual episode reviews on geekyantics.net. That's how much I love this show. That I would create a series just for this.
Man, dude, that sounds amazing.
You don't have to freaking patronize me, Ob.
No, I'm being serious, man, and sincere. That sounds just freaking awesome, dude.
I mean, I will say this: Naruto is a very acquired taste. It's kind of like Lost Girl or Once Upon a Time, Grimm. Like, there's a lot of shows that I think are really acquired tastes. There's like certain things that if you can't get past them, they'll keep you from enjoying the experience. Would you agree, Obi?
Yeah. like the shitty acting in Walking Dead. That's why I quit watching it.
PFT got me. Naruto and acquired taste? Believe it! Oh, guys, the dubbed version is pretty bad.
He didn't pay attention to what I just said.
No, I heard what you said. The shitty acting in Walking Dead.
That's why I quit watching it.
I laughed at that and then I was laughing at what BFT said. So it's just combined into one collective laugh. Okay, Ob?
All right, what's next?
But now, see, the Walking Dead acting, I don't think is as bad as Once Upon a Time. Like, if you look at Once Upon a Time, it's like daytime soap opera acting at some points. Like, it feels very fake. Like, I know I'm in a story world. Like, I know I'm in a surreal world. And that's kind of what takes me out of it. That's part of the issue with it. Like, with Game of Thrones, that's freaking dragons, and I'm more immersed in that world. I don't know. The Walking Dead, I think they have pretty good acting. That show has issues, but the acting isn't one of them. The pacing might be. I haven't really watched much else. You wanna share what you've been watching, Ob, before we go into what we've been playing?
Of course, The Flash. Keeping up with that, with the everything that's going on now, and then this last episode was pretty intriguing.
Don't spoil it because I haven't caught up. I don't know if
dude, you're gonna be.
I don't know if he gets it back or not.
Dude, you're. Well.
Yeah, don't. Leave it at that.
Okay, but anyway, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's another one I really can't spoil. Lots of things going on with Sky, and...
No, Daisy.
I'm sorry, Daisy.
She doesn't like when you call her Sky now.
I don't give a flying fuck.
She's gonna slap you, bro.
I don't give a damn.
She's gonna slap you, and she's gonna freaking quake your balls.
That'll feel great. Anyway.
I don't know. Maybe initially.
Yeah. But a lot of things that are happening with Daisy and because she's a bigger part of the show, and just it's the storyline is just coming out to where it's just awesome. I can't talk too much about it without spoiling, because then I could say people from the past are in the present and looking for certain people, and yeah. Anyway. So you guys got to check that out so I can start talking about it. I'm gonna sit in here getting ready to say spoiler in a minute here. Seriously, Legends of Tomorrow I'm still caught up. I think it's like you made this comment here in the notes, like you like the way they're moving away from Randall Savage. I do too, except for like they're keeping him at like a mentioning his name, saying like this is why we're actually doing this. The last one they went to 2146. It's again, guys, you just gotta watch it. Arrow. I'm just watching so many. A lot of them I really can't remember unless I'm looking at a list. To tell you the truth.
That's why I keep all this stuff on the list.
Mm-hmm.
The 100, that show unfortunately airs on the night that we do this show, and we listen to and support Gaming Death podcast. So it's a busy night for us. So I can't wait for this week's episode. So by the time we're done with this show, to be able to watch it on one of the streaming
past
apps.
Midnight. It's past midnight. It's on Hulu.
Exactly, like one of the streaming apps.
I'm just letting you know where it's at. I'm looking at it right now. It's right here.
Oh, yeah, it's cool that Hulu worked out that deal.
Oh hell yeah.
The 100 is a show that, like, again, I gotta say, like, that show really turned around because initially it was kind of sketchy. It was a little iffy, but that show has come around big time. And I can't really say much about it without really spoiling around. Like, it's like a survival story, and there's a lot of double crossing, and it's got like elements of like. To me, like, and some people might not agree with this comparison, but it makes me think of some of the like the good elements of things like The Purge or Hunger Games or Maze Runner, stuff like that. Maybe even Lost, except with a coherent plot.
Right. Like, okay, like last night, or on Tuesday, sorry, there was, of course, the Flash, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's a couple of them, like I watched The Voice. They're, with new singers and getting all that good stuff. Of course, all the wrestling stuff. Empire, which is, I still need to watch this ton. Empire, Nashville. And an occasional Law and Order when I decide to watch it or I have nothing else to watch. Arrow, and then the show with it's called Blackish. I can't remember the actor's name.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good show. I don't know if I like that one better or freaking Off the Boat.
I like them both. Off the Boat's hilarious.
Fresh off the boat.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
But think about it, they're the same show, just with a different race.
Basically, yes.
Yeah,
yeah. I think Fresh Off the Boat is on Sundays? No, that's Once Upon a Time. What is Fresh Off the Boat?
That's one thing I don't keep up with that much. Like with sitcoms, I love sitcoms, but like I'll catch them when I catch them. You know what I mean?
Well, see, I've actually shrunk. I've actually shrunk what I watch. Like I'm all my shows that I watch are on Hulu. Like I've been looking at Hulu, and since we have the account where we get no commercials unless it's one that it's not approved or whatever. Like all the shows that I watch, like I will pick. Like there's some like Shark Tank I'll watch because Ashton Kutcher was on there for the last month. There's a new show out called Beyond the Tank. It's where the actual sharks that bought into the businesses. It's like the next step that you're seeing on camera, which is really cool.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I always wonder what happens afterwards.
Yeah. The lady, I can't remember, the lady with the short hair. She's the real estate mogul. I can't remember her name, but she actually does a show Beyond the Tank, and it's actually, she was on it too, and they're all doing it, so check it out. What have you been playing, Yogi?
That reminds me too much. What's that?
Video games?
Yes.
Let's talk about it. What have you been playing?
Let's talk about video games. Well, real quick, we're not going to talk about Dark Souls tonight because we were hoping we would have at least a guest or two that are as big as Dark Souls as I am. This is a series that I was into, but some of the glaring design flaws really turned me off. But I'm giving it another shot. I'm really falling in love with the series. So who knows? I think for Retro Friday I might be playing Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition, and I still haven't finished NES Alphabet Soup. Who knows? It's gonna be postponed indefinitely, and it's like I don't know. I'm in a stage right now where I like to sample platter. I like to just try different things,
So Retro Friday is this week, right? You said. What time
Yes.
is that, so I can make sure that I'm done with my stream by that time?
Tomorrow night, I'm probably gonna shoot for like 11 p.m. or midnight.
Okay. Because basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to do an afternoon.
Okay.
Like an afternoon, early evening. I'm going to be done like by 6, so.
Yeah, I was doing them in the afternoon, but apparently for the live engagement, people like the late night, so let's stick to that. I give me time to take a little power nap anyway.
Well, I'm starting to, go towards the hours that I want to make sure that I keep for the gaming, the gaming office, I guess you could call it. From a certain time to a certain time.
Word.
But anyway. More games you're playing, Yogi.
Well, what I want to say about Dark Souls 2, though. I'm playing Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition on PC, which is kind of the stinky version, but it's alright. And Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin on Xbox One. And let me tell you something. I've got a confirmation from hardcore Dark Souls players. The Dark Souls 2 is the easiest if you're playing the vanilla version. Scholar of the First Sin, and I confirmed this now. I thought I was going crazy. I was like, oh, this is the easiest in the series. I'm like, but no way. Because I'm playing Dark Souls, and it's not as hard as this shit. Like, this is infuriating. What they did with Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin edition, is they retooled all the stuff, made the enemies trickier, changed where the enemies spawn, all the different stuff, and they made it much harder. And I've talked to several people that said that Dark Souls 3 is the easiest of the series. And that Dark Souls 2 is actually the hardest if you're playing Scholar of the First Sin. So for you people trying to misguide me, and like I was freaking discouraged. Like if this is the easiest, then I don't know if I want to play the rest of the series. Like no.
And welcome to the show, Ivy Loud. How are you doing there, darling? Nice to see you again, sweetheart. How you doing?
Me and Ivy Loud might do a stream tomorrow, Gems of War. Because she finally joined our guild on there. Cookie Monster, hello, welcome. Come join us in the main chat.
It's got to be one of those things with me. It's like she jumps on TeamSpeak, and then if I'm not like right there, whatever, she'll leave.
Oh yeah,
I'm still gonna get yelled at for that.
You have to idle on it. The response.
You better respond, motherfucker, because I ain't sitting here all fucking night long. You heard me? Yes, I did, and he's going to laugh so hard when he sees Mike. What?
Well, it's a shame because the thing is with Gems of War, these are like asynchronous games. There's no real time interaction. It's not like a Hearthstone. That's the only bad thing about it. But it's also a good thing because it's one of those things like Madden NFL football, Madden NFL mobile. You don't have to play at the same time, but we can still play together. So
right. Well, right. If you want to, come on. We'll gladly.
Yeah, anybody's welcome to jump on and TeamSpeak if you want to join us. We're just gonna bullshit in the last half hour. But Battleborn.
Yes.
Battleborn or Overwatch. I want to compare the two because these are betas that happened recently.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Battleborn versus.
Which one do you like better?
Overwatch. Battleborn. Battleborn versus Overwatch. Now, I was saying it in the pre-show several times. The things that I like about both games, because they both are good games. Kind of the same kind of style. One has different objectives and one doesn't. Battleborn is like that, just that MOBA shooter. Now, on the other hand, with the different game types that Overwatch has, it's like a TF2 remake. I'm sorry if I pissed anybody off with that comment, but it is. It's just me. And Overwatch and Battle Blizzard's already said yes, we know it looks like it, blah blah blah. We don't care. Now, as for like gameplay and stuff like that, it's great. I'm just right now. I'm more of a and it's gonna come down to basically if my word was this is what everybody was gonna do, I would think about it more. But it's basically gonna happen to whatever I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what everybody else is gonna do. So if 70% of my friends get Battleborn, I'm gonna get Battleborn probably, just because. Now if it's they get Overwatch, I'll probably get Overwatch. I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm gonna do any one thing, because I like both of them. If it was my choice, Battleborn. You can go now.
I'm torn. I'm a big Blizzard fan, and I feel like the character design on Overwatch is better, but in Battleborn, there's more variety in what everybody does and how they play.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing. Like in Overwatch, you have 4 different roles, 4 different classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty easy to figure out. But within that, you have subclasses, like you have snipers and builders and healers and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool. What I love about Overwatch is that you can switch your characters mid game, or at any point in the game, really, before you respawn. So like you can respond to what the opposing team is doing. So that's good.
Yeah,
If
there was
something not
times.
working,
There was
you
lots of
switch.
times where I was the Black Widow, or not the Black Widow, but the Widowmaker.
Yeah.
And I changed to Roadhog just because they had a couple big tanks on there, and that me changing to Roadhog actually won us the game. So because we had too much damage, not enough face, basically.
Yep. Yeah. So like things like that, it's a really fast paced game. You gotta really be able to read situations, and have a good have a few characters you're really good with. Oh, we gotta pull her down to the chat.
We gotta pull her down. Pull what down? Aha!
We both pulled at the same time. My bad.
Is this thing even working?
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
Yogi said we gotta pull you down. I said we gotta pull what down? I don't. She's probably in her house doing nothing, so she probably doesn't have any pants on, so you don't have to pull those down.
Gosh, really?
Well, that's the way I always picture her anyway. But
You dirty bastard!
I mean, I'm just being honest.
My goodness, really?
I don't picture anybody with pantaloons on. Pantaloons such
Oh
a
my god.
Now I'm feeling disturbed.
I picture BFT without pants on too. Come on, you sexy stump muffin. BFT's like, okay, I'm gonna leave now.
I think IB Loud's thinking the same thing, and I'm probably gonna follow her out of the channel because
Oh,
What?
He's used to it.
I'm not. I don't
He's been.
hear you
around
talking
enough.
gay shit like this.
Are you serious right now? Are you guys seriously doing this right now?
Yeah, we are. BFT says my pants are currently on. I don't know why.
Oh, no nakedness, BFT?
I have jeans on
dude.
too, so it's okay.
If you're home and you're wearing pants, you're doing it wrong. Like, at least wear like some shorts.
I have pants on. I'm just commando at the moment, but that's all right.
Okay, so it's about the same thing. Easy access,
no jeans.
you know.
I don't have jeans. I have those pull string pants you wear, like if you probably, they're like Dexter casuals. They have pockets and everything.
I love those.
Side pockets.
Oh wow.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's like when the velour suits started like coming back in style, and it's something like the little, what I'm talking about, with the little jacket, velour jacket, and the velour like track pants.
What jacket are we? What?
Velour, it's a really soft like terry cloth kind of material. Velour.
Velour. You got the velour.
Really soft. It's like
I know, right?
It's like
so soft.
it's like pajamas, but you can wear them outside.
No, that's fleece. That's fleece. See, you do velour. Mess that. I'm fleece.
No, they're similar. But
Similar, but not quite the same.
they got similar. The fabric itself has very similar texture.
Oh gosh, yes. Yes, you know
I
your
think
fabrics.
I think fleece is a little more. To me, fleece is a little rougher.
Oh
velour.
my gosh, you fashionista. You have to wash in the proper fabric softener. You're feeling
Yes.
the dye.
Yeah, you
Feeling
don't.
the dye.
And you don't want to like those velour suits used to cost some money.
Oh, who you telling?
That's back when I used to care about how I look. Now it's like, sweatpants and a t-shirt, let's go.
I know, right? It just be like, let's get it on.
Yeah. Ah man.
Let's get
Hey,
it on.
hey, have you played the Overwatch beta? We're kind of
No,
comparing.
I don't think I'm in. I don't think
No,
I
it's
have
open.
it.
It's open.
Get it now.
Shut up. No. Installing now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Everybody.
no.
Installing
Oh,
where?
Everybody
no.
has battle.net
I'm
client.
installing Overwatch now. I didn't look. I've been unplugged for a minute, but I got my rig
On
upgraded.
Xbox?
No, it's on BattleNet.
Yeah, PC.
Yeah,
Oh
that
wait,
sucks.
you know Paragon this weekend is having open beta testing for their MOBA. It is fun as foo. It is fun as foo. I'm telling you,
Yes,
like I messes with that.
About the same
I
as
messes with
it's
it.
about the same as Overwatch and Battleborn.
Well, I haven't seen Overwatch yet, so if it is, then yes, we definitely need to have a play date going on for that. Because for
Paragon
real,
is
but
developed
Paragon
by
was the bomb.
Epic. Yeah,
Yeah,
Paragon's pretty dope. It had more of the realistic graphics.
I wasn't seeing it for that perspective. I was seeing it more because League of Legends was such a horrifying experience, and I don't even know how to play the game. I seriously don't get the point for real in Paragon. And I had a blast more so than I did with Gigantic. Gigantic was a good game. Don't get me wrong, but uh,
That's what
Paragon
Paragon's
gonna
like,
kill
is
him.
gigantic. Yeah,
It's better though. Their map is better, and they've got more stuff.
that's about it. Map.
No, there's more stuff. You got to get the orbs, and you've got cards. I mean, I'm not really,
The fortune
look, I'm
cards,
not
yeah.
talking crap about Motiga's Gigantic. I'm not. Like,
I'm not either.
'cause
I'm not either
I
talking
just don't
about
want
it. It's
anybody
just
to, yeah, no, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm talking trash about the game. I started liking it, but I just, I fell out of love with it.
I loved it until they locked me out of my account and would give it back. So I told them fuck off,
Like I
and I stopped
said, I
talking
fell out
about
of
it.
love with it. I just ain't putting people's business in the street.
Yeah, I think the problem with
I'm not saying
Gigantic.
you can't do that, Obi. Like I'm not on you about that. I'm just saying like, you
But
know,
Gigantic, we talked about it like without dropping names. Like it's a great company. They have some great
yeah,
people
you
working
know what
there.
I'm saying, Yogi. You know exactly what I'm
But
saying, right?
that game went from like super hype train to like
Shit City.
I
no
don't know
one's.
what the heck
I don't
happened.
know. No one's really talking about it anymore, and the they still had the beta going when I checked, and it was pretty cool because like one of the devs like was playing with us on Xbox One,
Right.
and like that was cool. But like even him, I've seen him playing other games. Like I won't mention what he's playing, but it's not gigantic.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It's like, I know some people who work there are no longer there. Um, some of those people I don't disagree with. Other people, it's like, really? And then it seemed like when that exodus happened, the it changed.
Yeah,
And not
the
in the
culture
way
changed.
no, yeah, and not in the way, like, I'm glad you said it like that, but not in the way I was expecting. And I remember we used to have talks and stuff like that where you were explaining all kinds of stuff to me. And at the time, I'm real book smart. I think I got it. And I'm not trying to talk like I was being arrogant about it, but if you read a lot of books, you kind of think you really know what's going on. But, real life kind of smacks you in the ass and you
Oh
really
baby.
see what someone's trying to tell you. Do you know what I'm saying, Yogi?
No, I know. Trust me, you have to live it sometimes to really like for it to click. It's the
Click
best
is
way to
not the
learn.
word. It was like a sledgehammer to the face, and it was almost embarrassing, a little bit, only because it was just like, geez, I really thought I'd done my due diligence. Like, I really thought I had done what it took to really know what I was talking about and understand people trying to, hit me to the game, if that makes any sense to you. And then you wake up, and all of a sudden it's like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how did
You
everything
know,
get all twisted? What happened? It's just, it's sad. it's a sad day,
You know,
for gaming. Yeah,
the
go ahead.
the thing about it is, like, Paragon right now is getting a big push because they have a big company behind it. You know, Epic Games. They're no ball player. They've been around since the early '90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And so that helps out a lot. I mean, this is the company that brought us, the Unreal Engine and Unreal Tournament. Games like Shadow Complex. And you know, Epic Games is no
Speaking of which,
slouch.
Yogi, we should have, and Obi, you got to get in on this one. Unless you're gonna hear me and Yogi just go back and forth, then don't be mad. But like, we should probably do a podcast where we talk about um the reality of what people think it means to be involved in video game development and the fantasy. You know what I mean? Like, how can I put this? So say for example, like Epic Games has Unreal Engine, it's open source. Unreal Tournament, open source. You want to know what it's like to work for a big, huge game company. I mean, these people, as soon as you like follow the directions they tell you to, and GitHub, you're added to their company, repository. You can get in there. You can literally get your hands dirty. Like, that's what made me think about doing like an open gaming studio type of format where you put all the resources for people who are trying to get a portfolio together because they're missing simple stuff. And I understand why they're doing that because they might not really know how to navigate the the information as it is out there in a way that, they know what to do, you know? Um it just seems amazing to me that there's so much talent out there that's not doing anything or has portfolios that really don't reflect their real skill level because they're not paying attention to these companies that are saying, "Hey, we opened it up so you can do that." And they're not getting it. Am I just completely off point here?
No.
Oh no, no, that's the thing about it. Any corporate job, just period, there's the dream and like the magic and like what you think it's like, and then there's the reality, and it's why I don't do game development full time because I like that's what I love. I'm passionate about gaming in general and designing games, whether it's a board game or a video game. I've been
Right.
involved in projects like that, but like I'll be damned if I'll like work for a company, even a Blizzard. Like I almost took a gig with them, doing but I didn't go for like development. I went for like more like the marketing side because I don't want my love for the game design to be tainted. It's a whole different thing where like it's something you own, like in any creative space. When it's something you're creating and it's something you really believe in and you're doing and you have full control over it, right? And
Mhm.
then it's where versus someone paying you to make their plan come to
They're
life.
bullshit. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Right.
So
And I'm
that
not trying to say that negatively when I say they're BS. I was just having to explain to someone the other day. He was trying to say, I really don't want to be on YouTube. He wants to get a production deal, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, first of all, YouTube, if you're smart, is a great promotional platform to show people like the teasers, the gosh, I can't find the right word, but you know what I'm talking about, right? To get them wet, right? Get them in. And then lead
oh
them to
She said
the
get them wet.
crowdfunding campaign from all your little YouTube teasers. You know what I mean? Get them all nice and softened up for it. Then lead them over to the crowdfunding source where you say, okay, in this campaign, this is what I want to do. This is literally what it's going to cost. I will be completely open and transparent, no different than Ghost and Buffer and those companies that literally said we are tired of people not knowing where this money's going. We're letting you know, like seriously, we're not getting rich off this bitch. And then for real, like just show people you have no idea. Like, this is literally what it takes to make something that I can literally be proud of telling you, I'm glad I'm making you pay for it. And it just seems to me like if we were able to do that kind of transparency, or that's what I was explaining to him. I was like, when you do that, here's your options. If someone pays you for something before you deliver it, they're going to tell you how to be you. If you invest in yourself, it's a risk, a calculated one, but it's still a risk. You get to tell the world who you are, and that's your choice. And they hung up like I was an idiot. But the person who I told, yeah, the hang up was a compliment because I knew, yeah, I'm all in your head. You all fucked up now. Like I told you.
They're probably
Tried to
picturing you
tell
without
you.
pants too.
No, he's gay as a jaybird. He did want me to
Ah,
have his kid, but he's gay.
listen, a lot of gays still like packages. They just don't like. They like the individual assets, but not the whole package. If you know what I mean.
Wow.
Oh no, I know what you're saying. All right, give me a second. I got to refill. Hold on.
Oh,
I don't even know what to say right now. I really don't.
and Blue saying hi. Hi, Kidnap. He's freaking rolling around the ground. She likes the topic too. It's funny. The moment IB Loud said, get you a little wet, Blue's like rolling around like, oh, I like that. I'm like, hey, I think we just did IB Loud. Make sure you guys check it out. Twitch.tv/IB Loud. She's doing the gaming and ganja. She's building up that brand, that movement. And
Oh, I love you for that. Can I tell you about that?
what I do?
No, you didn't do anything bad. That's why I said I love you for that. Can I tell you about that though?
Yeah, plug it.
Do you remember when you told me that I was going to learn some things when I entered the startup space? And you loved my energy. I was a little pushy, all this time crunch, but you said you kind of thought about it and you figured out, oh, she going to learn. She going to see. It might not be today, but she going to see. HBO Silicon Valley just nailed what I've been trying to figure out. What the hell's going on? The startup world is a fugazi, man. It's a fugazi. That's what my brother calls it. It's a freaking fugazi. Okay, those people are so cutthroat, backstabbing. I'm gonna say it, and this is not a kid-friendly stream. So if there are children in the room, please get out.
Please get the fuck out of here.
Well, I'm not saying it mean. I'm just saying like I'm about to say some shit. It's like, oh God, how can I even put this? It's like y'all gonna be incestuous. Y'all gonna fuck your own ecosystem. You put up a job posting saying that you're looking for someone to give them a job, and then turn around and actually the whole time you just trying to pump their mind for like some free labor, some free like, oh, I'm gonna offer you some things, but I really ain't doing shit.
Oh, that's a whole other thing because job postings are such a joke because 90% of the time they already have someone in mind, but they're just going through the motions to create the illusion that they're looking at other candidates. And it's such a don't get me started. This is gonna get me my whole corporate America shit. But no, I feel you.
No, but do you know what I'm saying? So, like, literally, because I'm watching the whole Silicon Valley thing, and I appreciate you for giving the shout out for Games and Ganja, and I don't want anybody to misunderstand. What I'm trying to literally say is that Yogi was trying to tell me, as simplistic as what you are thinking about is to you, the reality of what it takes to truly execute it and the weight that you have to endure on your own personal self, much less your life, who you call friends, how you interact with them. You are so naive right now, but that's okay, baby. I'm gonna let you see it for yourself. And
What?
um can I just tell you how much Harley Quinn's bat has seen my face and that's supposed to be my weapon? Like, are you serious? Like, I just, it's to the point where I do sincerely do believe in my project so far as being able to help parents, vets, people who suffer from conditions that could be treated way better with medical marijuana than pharmaceuticals, oh, that will never die in me because that's what games and ganja is supposed to be about. Those gamers who literally use their gaming systems to heal and connect with people, and that's all they can handle. And you take that away and it's just like you got a Columbine and they don't want to be. They just let me have my gaming and leave me alone. Let me have my weed, leave me alone. I'm not bothering anybody. I don't want your
Yeah.
pharmaceuticals. I don't want your opiates. I'm watching my kid lay in bed like a zombie, and if I give them some weed, they get to walk around. They look like a kid again, and you're making me have to choose. Do you understand what I'm saying? That part? Oh no, I'll always be I be loud for that. You know what I mean? It's just what's really got me stuck at this moment is what you do to try and make that happen and the reality of what actually happens after the fact, that it's just like, God, really? I don't I don't know if I'm built for that kind of decision making. Doesn't mean I don't have love, you know what I mean? But it's like I don't think people really know what you have to how you gotta pretty much rape and rob Peter to keep Paul off your ass just to try and help Paulina, who's over there struggling, who might one day turn around and sue you because somebody told you that she could and she broke. You know what I mean? It's like they
Yeah.
looking at you going, "This is nothing personal. I don't feel really good about this, but I got Bill." You know? I don't
Lawsuits are
know.
always funny too because I mean, lots of people have great ideas, but if you don't actually pursue those ideas and document them, then that's your fault. So like, just because you had an idea and then someone else ran with it, then you better make sure you protect your ideas because that's really the starter thing. Like, there's
Well,
not
you can't protect your ideas. Actually, the idea can't be protected because anybody can have the same idea. What separates the real from the bull is how you execute it.
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like your
Yeah, so you know what
idea,
I'm
I'm
talking
saying your
about. Yeah, yeah,
idea
yeah.
in terms of your concept, like the actual plan of execution. So
You know
like,
what I'm talking about.
like I
Yeah,
say,
we
I
on the
want to
same
make silly
page.
hats, but like, what does that look like, and what's different? What differentiates your silly
Right,
hats? Like,
exactly. So we're on the same page. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And deep
yeah, yeah.
down, Obi, you really do know is just like the plans that you were talking about that you wanted to do. I literally went out there like Yogi. You would have laughed so hard. I was such a bull in a china cabinet. It was amazingly funny. And
I've seen this already, so you're not telling me anything new.
no, that's why I'm saying like you gonna laugh because this is so amazingly funny. Obi, I will put it to you like this. You want to know what makes a person invest in you as a personality? It's the matter of how often can you do it, how long can you do it, and consistently on command. Once they know that, oh, honey, they'll work you until you can't see. And then look at you like you had a personal problem because they told you.
Yeah,
And you ain't got paid yet. Like if you're smart about it, oh, you're not gonna see your money till the back end. And the back end, that's a long that's a
Oh yeah,
long road home. Like
I hear
that's
you.
a long road home. That's all I'm trying to say, really. Like I don't know if I want to. I was fine, and you guys can laugh, but I was fine until Prince died. Then it was just like, I'm done. No, there's a whole story behind that. There's a whole like.
well, we won't have enough time to get into it if it's that
No, we're not
detailed.
going to because I'm
We're
not
about
ready to
to
talk.
wrap up.
No, I'm not ready to talk about it. I'm just telling you point blank.
I
Like
did have a question for you though.
I learned so much about what you said. I got it so hard in the face. I literally was not being quiet because I was ashamed of telling you you were right. It was more I just had to heal first. That's all I'm
When you
saying.
said you got it so hard in the face, I was really trying hard not to make a comment. Oh wait, I just did.
No, I did it on purpose so you could because you have no idea how much I literally miss. And you find out like if you get too famous, you can't enjoy these simple moments where you can just literally be yourself to where it's just like, I don't think I ever want to get big. I think I just want to have a normal plain old job, hang out with my gaming buddies and fuck the dumb shit.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like the biggest challenge for me is having enough success so that my family's taken care of and I could live comfortably, but not so much success that I hate myself.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so Yogi,
there's too
yeah,
much of
I
a price
finally
to
caught up
pay.
to you.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
because like I think a lot of us have the opportunity to get that kind of success, but it's
Mhm.
like, is it really worth it? Like, I don't think so. Like,
Nah.
if like, what's the point of having all the money, all the fame and fortune, but you can't enjoy it with people? Like, you can't enjoy it, period. Like, it's stupid. So.
Right. So what I would say is let me rephrase what I think you said. So what I'm going to say is this. I don't think everybody, and this is going to come out arrogant, y'all can attack me, I don't care. I don't think everybody's meant to be the so-called hero. Some people are the so-called sidekick, and some people perceive that as being a lesser person, when in actuality, that's the person who's like the air underneath the, the superhero's wings, who has to take the beating, and that person comes in and is just like, I got you, man. You're doing
Well,
this for the
think
right
about it.
reasons. You know what I'm saying? Do you
Well,
know what
think
I'm
about
talking
it.
about?
Harley Quinn isn't the main character, but
She
everybody
is
loves her
now?
to death. Well, but like for a long time, she was always like under Joker's,
Yeah, but that's
coattail.
because it was how she was written. We all know. Come on, misogyny. I'm not gonna like
Well, yeah, that's a whole
I'm
other
not gonna
topic for another day.
sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna sit here and get on the fembot thing because I'm not that chick, but I'm just saying, come on, man. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But by the
Anyway,
way,
what else we talking about? Like, I'm not trying to get downer.
well,
I just
well,
literally owed you an apology, and I wanted you to have it live on Horseplay.
oh man,
Y'all totally underestimate
heart to
Yogi.
hearts.
You really do. Like, he be trying to tell y'all. And
Well, it's
you
fun.
just
I don't know
wanna
what it
hear
is about tonight. Everybody's been contacting me about stuff like this. It's like, it must be in the air, because like just before the show, someone was talking about a startup that I was involved with that had a lot of potential, and I can't get into it on the air.
Right? No,
but
you can't. Don't
but
even. It's not even worth it.
it's just funny like where everybody's head is at. I guess it's something in the air. Maybe
No,
it's
I
like
don't think
that.
it's in the air. I really think it's what's going on in the market right now. Like, there's been so many changes in gaming. And here's the funny thing, Yogi. You remember what you and I were talking about a year ago, damn near today? Do you notice how all that stuff is popping up? Like,
Oh yeah.
everything we used to talk about on Geeky Annex and Gods of Mayhem, all that stuff is coming up like they just
Oh, and there's
invented it.
more. There's more stuff coming up too. Like
Okay,
we
so
just
you
got
know exactly what I'm
we
saying.
got one brand reached out to us, and they're doing. It's funny because they need our help, but they
Mhm.
want it on the cheap. But they're doing what we're basically doing,
Right.
but like in a shitty way. So I'm not gonna. That's all I'm gonna say. But
Mhm.
anyway, quick question: have you played any of the Dark Souls games?
I think I have it on PS3, but I haven't gotten the capture card. And I watched somebody play it, and it was glitchy as hell. And I was like,
All right,
no.
holla at me when you get it on Xbox One, and then we can play together.
Oh man, you want me to trade in my PS3?
Yeah, so we can actually play together. I'm not getting a PS3, girl.
I love my Spark Heroes.
I'm not getting this PSV3 for you, girl.
No,
I love you,
no, you
but
fine.
that's
I'm
Sony
not
love.
trying to say it like mean as hell or nothing like that. I'm saying like,
Well, I do have Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition on PC, but I don't know how well the multiplayer works on that.
probably shouldn't.
It seems pretty wonky. I haven't played it online yet. I played a single player so far. It'd be a fun game we could dual stream, because that's a game where we can like bullshit and like completely rage. I've been trying to get Obi into it, but like, it's like pulling teeth with that one. That Obi.
Yeah, not gonna happen, guys. It's about that time. If you guys have any thoughts that you guys could think of while we've been talking, even the bullshit,
I love IB Loud.
let us know. You guys can send us a voicemail or a text, 646-801-2149, and we'll respond next week. Do want to let you guys know that Horseplay Live is everywhere, and you can listen to or download awesome podcasts, including allgames.com, Player FM, Stitcher, and TuneIn Radio. Okay, where's my thing at? Oh, there it is. Please take a few minutes out, thumbs up, favorite, subscribe, and share. No, I don't have any pants on. Even better, We'd love to see some reviews and comments, guys. It's quick, it's easy. It really helps us out. Huge thanks to all those that are promoting our content. It really helps out. Every little bit helps. You guys like eye candy? We do too. We have YouTube and Twitch, twitch.tv/Geeky Antics and youtube.com/Geeky Antics. Here on Geeky Antics Network, in collaboration with All Games Radio Network, we have tons of shows that we can cover with a wide spectrum of topics. We can't possibly plug them all. So if you guys want to go check out, see your favorite show, go to geekyantics.net/schedule. You can also see our flagship shows on our Twitch profile and our aggregate feeds over at geekyantics.net/podcast. Guys, don't forget that the outros and intros are provided to you royalty-free by TechnoX. That's Techno with a K. Thousands of songs, technox.com. Yogi, where can they find you at?
I am YogiZilla everywhere. Xbox Live, Steam, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, etc., etc.
Blah, 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 blah. I be loud?
I'm usually hanging out with my geeky friends. Otherwise, I can be on Twitch at I Be Loud, but I'm thinking about going to YouTube only because Twitch shows us so little love. But my friends are all here, so I probably won't.
All right.
That's just me.
And of course, Obi1X2 guys, all the way from me. We got our weekend coming up, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, tonight, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we'll see you guys on my channel. Be good, guys. If you guys are listening to us on allgames.com, the Dead Pixel Live Power Ranking show up, followed by Knuckleballer Radio at its new time every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to hang out and chat by clicking the live or chat button. Just say hi. Start the conversation. Our friends at B-Team, remember, is Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern on our unofficial sister network, All Games Radio Network. That's how I'd be loud doing that. Like, who is that? But guys, I really appreciate nothing. Love you guys very much.
All sexy.
Thanks for wow. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. We really love you long time.
I love you, right?
Yogi, start the music.
Bye, guys.
Yeah. Quickie.
Again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate you guys very much. Again, HorsePLAY Live. We'll see you guys tomorrow with, I believe, some some Retro Friday. Going to be 11, 12 o'clock, depending on when you can get on. And I'll see you on my channel tomorrow. See you guys later. Peace.